Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Welcome to Realms of Peril and Glory, an all-new actual play podcast.
There are guided tours once a week. Come on, Darkwell.
How about you filthy timepiece?
RPG is home to hilarious
The
stories.
thing that kicks off a really good tale is,
When they take their tops off.
sorry?
When you're reading, like, don't worry.
And thrilling adventures.
There's bad guys, there's an ogre. Probably best if you stay here. Sorry, I'll be back soon.
Why am I tied up?
That was your sibling, not me. Bye.
Each season is an all-new actual play story told collaboratively at the table, featuring guest players from the Magnus Archives.
I remember being in the water, and that was awful. And now I'm not in the water, and that's much better.
Wooden overcoats.
I am a snowman. I have one job, and that is to stand in place. I was doing that very well.
Yes, and she might come back 9 times more powerful with lots of food and kippers.
We fix space junk.
On the surface, you might look different, but you're very, very similar inside. And I can vouch for that.
And more.
What I am about to tell you stays in this room. Got it?
You don't happen to know where there's like secret plans about meat and smoothies.
Ducks? Did you say ducks? Did you say ducks? Did you say duck?
You can find Realms of Peril and Glory wherever you listen to podcasts.
We're gonna have a good laugh, then we're gonna possibly cry, and then we'll grab dinner.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. Y'all finished up in the snowy mountain place.
Yes.
And y'all are back into the DDA. You went to the rock. Manners let you in.
The
Aleister,
the rock specifically that smelled like
potato wedges.
Potato wedges. The only way we could
fresh potato wedges.
Yeah, none of them stale things.
Yeah.
No, don't want those.
You passed by some rocks that smelled like old potato wedges, and those just were not it.
No.
This isn't right at all.
This is exactly why I did this, because I had this very, very serious scenario. And I was like, you know what? We're going to get lost.
So Aleister and Julian, you definitely got back to the DDA because you left Victor to deal with that situation.
Yep.
So we'll do one of you. We'll do you two first, and then we'll touch on Victor.
Yeah, I don't want to touch on Victor.
He seemed the most qualified to deal with that situation.
Yeah. All right, who's going first with their level up?
Okay, level ups then.
Mine's
quick.
Yeah,
you leveled up a level 11.
Yeah.
Oh no, level up to level 11.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to hurry up.
Before
the session started. So
no.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I'll do mine first because it's real quick. So
okay,
I'll try and have mine ready by the time you're done.
Did level 11. I can't remember what I rolled for my HP, but a max HP is 70 now.
Nice.
That's nice. I think it was like a 4 or 5. Anyway,
that's great.
Nothing real crazy. I can cast another 3rd level spell slot. That's always good. The one thing I did get, which comes pre-baked with Artificer, is the ability for spell storing item.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whenever you finish a long rest, you can store a first or second level Artificer spell that requires one action to cast in a simple martial weapon or spellcasting focus. While holding the object, a creature can take an action to produce the spell's effects from it, using your spellcasting ability modifier, which would be mine, not theirs. If the spell requires concentration, the creature must concentrate. The spell stays within the object until used 10 times, or until you use the feature again to store a spell in an object. So
sweet.
I'm going to. I have plans for it. I'll put it that way.
Okay. I remember you telling us your plans, but
Yes.
I don't know if you still got those or not.
This might require a little bit of RPing, at least
Yeah.
is what I think.
Yeah. We'll get to that after we finish the level up. We'll get into some RP. But that's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's real quick. Not a whole lot else.
All right, and Aleister.
Okay. My level's actually pretty simple but very sweet. HP kind of a low roll, but up to 74, I think it was.
I'm catching up to
HP
you.
now. You are catching up.
Yeah.
A couple more low rolls like that, and you might beat me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I won't.
That's because you keep going low rolls too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so first things first, I got one additional spell slot, so I am now up to 3 spell slots.
That's a lot for Aleister.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
It is.
it's the first time he's gotten an increase in spell slots.
Yeah. That's crazy. But you have Eldritch Blast.
I mean, for Warlock, it literally goes at first level you have 1, at second level you have 2, and then 11th level, let's give you 3 now.
Makes sense.
Anyway, so along with that, I get a new spell, which I kind of went back into some of the lower levels to get something now that I have a 3rd spell slot that I feel like might actually be useful without just taking up all of my resources. Armor of Agathis, which is a spell that it'll last for an hour. I can give myself temp HP, which now, because it casts at 5th level, would be 25 temp HP. And anything that hits me with melee while I still have those temp hit points will also take 25 cold damage.
Huh.
Yikes. So if you had, let's say, just one of that temp HP and something hits you, you'd still do the 25 damage.
Yes.
Nice.
As long as they hit me when I have temp HP from that.
And how long does the temp HP last after you cast it? Or
1 hour.
Okay.
Like the whole spell only lasts 1 hour. So after 1 hour, if not otherwise gone, like all the temp HP disappears too.
Yeah. I don't know if the cold damage would have helped if we had fought Ithaqua, but
I don't know if it would have helped in that case, but
maybe
there's more cases than
that's
just
how
cold damage.
Maybe that's how he learned it.
But I will generally accept temp HP. That seems pretty good.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know, being an hour long, definitely good for prep, and I don't feel like I'm using all my resources now by doing something like that. So good. Secondly, as a warlock, spellcasting is really weird. You only get up to 5th level spells normally, but all of your spells are 5th level, like once you get to that point. So higher level spells, like 6th level spells, like I get this level, work very differently. I get to select one spell of 6th level, and I get to use that spell 1 time a day. Regardless of slots or anything, it's its own separate slot, specifically for the 1 6th level spell that I choose.
And it has to be 6th level.
It has to be 6th level, yes.
Interesting.
So, the 6th level spell that I chose, drumroll, thank you, is Mental Prison.
That sounds like Aleister.
It's a control spell, but with a twist. So Mental Prison, it's an intelligence save. If they fail, then they're basically trapped by just the most horrific images that they probably don't want to get anywhere near possible, except for it's going to be literally surrounding them.
Oh. Victor knows all about that.
Yeah, Victor, don't you have that spell on you at all times?
That's where we got the idea from.
And whether or not they succeed on that save, they take 5d10 damage, psychic damage.
Nice.
And if they touch the illusion, like this frightening illusion at all, or like cross that like barrier all around them, basically, then they take an additional 10d10 psychic damage.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Yeah. Just a simple level up, though. Like
just a simple level up. Never mind that. Never mind the fact that I can literally push them out of the barrier and cause them to take.
So it's 5d10 guaranteed, additional 10d10 if they make any kind of
contact. If they first fail the save and then make any contact with the illusion around them.
You can't control the illusion, right? It's just surrounding.
It just surrounds them, and so basically if they move from the spot they're in, they take that 10d10 damage and it ends.
Gotcha.
If I move them forcefully, then it also triggers.
Which you already have a thing that's inbuilt to do that.
Yeah. Kind of funny how that works. Speaking of that, that also goes up to 3 beams now.
Eldritch Blast is 3 beams.
Eldritch Blast is 3.
Eldritch Blast is now 3 beams.
Okay. That is why Warlock only has 3 spell slots at level 11.
That is exactly why Warlock only has 3 spell slots at level 11, because you only need 1 spell, and it doesn't even use a spell slot.
So potentially you could hit something with 3 Eldritch Blasts and knock it back 30 feet if you roll well enough.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, that was kind of a lot for something simple, but yeah, that's pretty much everything.
How long does that illusion last?
Concentration up to a minute.
Oh, okay. That's not good. I mean, it's good for us.
It's good for us. It's not good for anything that gets trapped by
anything
it.
else.
Yeah, no. Don't cast that on Victor, please.
All right. That's it for Aleister.
Yep.
So, Victor.
Yes.
You eventually do make it back to the DDA after helping out or dealing with the situation that the other 2 left you in.
Yes.
And I imagine the whole ordeal was pretty tiring for Victor.
Yes, it was.
And so you would probably like pass out as soon as you got back, but you did level up.
Yay, Victor leveled up too.
And what happens with that?
Well, let's see. Well, Victor leveled up to level 11. So he has 11.
Really? You got a level 11?
Victor, once again, rolled the lowest HP increase possible. So he is at 58 maximum HP, not including the 10 hit points that he gets from the rats. Yep. But Victor did get a couple of things on this level up. So one, he got one more insight. Well, actually, he had gotten one more insight available before on level 10. It's just he didn't have it. So Victor has gotten another insight since then. And also all of the insights that Victor has from the various people he has eaten now provide essentially that there's a long way to describe it and a quick way to describe it. So they all get another +2. Victor now has like a +10 modifier in perception, a +12 on stealth, and a bunch of other ones that are pretty daggum high. He also has the ability to cast Consume Likeness without using a spell slot now because he doesn't have any spell slots. And so Victor can perfectly, as long as he can maintain concentration, same as Alter Self, transform himself or someone else into one of the people that he has an insight from perfectly. And there's also consequences according to the spell if he does it on someone. I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe that doesn't work with the corpses. It's confusing. Also, Victor can consume ki. So he can sort of restore ki points by eating a corpse, depending on how powerful the thingy is. And his unarmed martial arts damage die went from a D6 to a D8.
Nice.
So now if he bite, claws, punches, kicks, all of that does 1d8 plus 4 instead of 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Think that's everything. It was a pretty complicated level up for Victor.
Yeah. And I like the way that, like, we talked about in your character channel about how it makes sense for Victor to now be able to do that, like, perfect transformation with consume likeness, just naturally, because he had from the beginning he rolled like shit to change his appearance to where it failed or just could not like perfectly change until the very last time before this you had your first perfect transformation, and now you have consume likeness and you can make it perfect every time.
It's all according to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm assuming if I use alter self, you're still going to make me roll to see how good it goes.
Alter self is still, that.
But yeah, Victor had been practicing, and so that's why he was able to get it. Not only was everything sort of at peace, but he'd also just been doing it sort of off camera, just randomly. It's like, maybe I can do it today,
Yeah. And he failed a lot off camera.
Yes.
Now, I guess we'll start with the RP stuff and just some building here. So Victor, I want to start with you because you leveled up, like you had a pretty rough time with everything. You're exhausted and you're in your room and you feel the wraps trying to work up your neck again, and you feel the wraps growing and it's trying to go up your face.
Ooh, that's gross. Like Victor knows at this point, I feel that the wraps kind of feel what he's feeling. Like he can sort of, I don't know. I feel like Victor can probably communicate with the wraps a little bit. Like it's kind of an understanding thing.
Yeah, you have like that symbiotic bond with it, and you definitely feel like you don't feel that it's being malicious as it's growing. You've definitely like been fighting it when I've mentioned it before about it growing up your neck, but now it's like really trying to like encourage you to allow it to in a way more fully bond with you.
Yeah, and Victor's uncomfortable with that. So what Victor's probably going to do, because he's tired, like Victor's just gone through an ordeal, not just everything else, but everything that Victor has gone through, he's just tired. And so he feels like he knows that, like you said, that it's not like malicious, and he doesn't want it to happen because it's, like Victor still has images of like the mummy inside the beast and of the tattered king, and like that's not what Victor wants. He doesn't want to be covered in wraps, and he doesn't feel like these wraps are going to suck his life out, but it's just the idea of it, similar to the idea of like being a monster that eats people. He doesn't like that. But I think at this point Victor's probably a little too exhausted to fight it, and he knows that he could probably make it go away if he wanted to. So he's probably just going to lock the door to his room, and he's going to lock it, and he'll just sort of accept, because he's probably tired. I imagine this is happening like right when Victor gets home, and Victor just wants to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have the energy to try to transform. He's done that recently. And so Victor is going to lock the door, and he's going to get in the bed and just close his eyes and just sort of be like, okay, sure, I'll let it happen, because I'm tired and I can't fight it right now. And he'll just sort of let go. And what the wraps want to do, he's just going to have to let it.
All right. So you drift off to sleep, and as you're drifting off to sleep, the wraps, like, they're slowly moving up your neck and across your face and starting to like stretch across your face and expanding and everything. And the wraps completely consume your body. And we'll go to Who wants to go next?
Not me.
So you see Victor's wraps coming underneath your bedroom door.
Yeah.
And they start to consume you.
Yum, yum, yum,
What
yum.
do you do?
I am worried.
I guess not consume, but like completely envelop you.
Yeah. I know what you meant. I was just joking.
You're,
I mean, consume can still be an appropriate word.
You're finally going to
Consume's a better scary word.
Yeah,
It's a better scary word for
He's
sure.
gonna pop out of the wraps. He's gonna shed the wraps and have wings.
guys, look!
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
I got pretty colored wings now.
All right. Who
goes?
Okay, so downtime. Like, what are y'all doing during downtime, Aleister or Julian?
I know what I would be doing. I'd be taking that broken tablet that we found.
Yeah, we'll call it a tablet fragment. I couldn't think of the word to use, but yeah, it's totally a fragment and not just a broken full tablet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I would be taking that tablet into the library and poring over any information in the library that can help me figure out what it is.
all right. So as you're looking through it, are there any other like source materials you're trying to grab for it, or you're just trying to inspect the tablet by itself?
I would also see if I could find reference to, oh god, what was the name of the god that we were trying to kill? Ithaquah.
Manrose.
No, I'm not trying to kill Manrose. Why would I do that?
We were never trying to kill
No.
Manrose.
No. Manrose would kill us, if anything.
You just said the name of the god, and I was like, "Oh, Manrose!" Right?
Yeah. If there's any books on Ithaquah or the very
Are you talking about Yamnus?
yeah, I was
Yamnul? Was it
the golden elf?
Yeah, Yamnul.
The golden elf dude.
Chilbro. Yeah, I know.
I think that was it.
Yamnul.
He made mention of Haster. He made mention of Tulsha,
and of
Star Vampires,
and Dagon, I think.
Dagon was on the wall in the room where we found the tablet.
And a star spawn of Cthulhu.
Yeah, star spawn. That's
was
what it
also on the wall. Like was not mentioned.
So
by
so I would be
Lamnul.
Basically trying to find books on
that was on the wall.
Yeah, I would be trying to find a link between that tablet fragment and Starspawn and Tulsha, and see if there's any kind of mention of like a tablet of this type or any within the confines of those tomes of information.
All right, so you do end up finding a tome that matches some of the symbols that are on the tablet, and not like word for word or like phrase for phrase or anything like that, but you see similar symbols and like just a similar kind of like written language that's definitely nothing that you know.
Okay.
So you're looking through it and you totally see inside of this book full of all these kind of symbols that you can't make out. There's no translation. There is this one page that you get to, and you're seeing a lot of the same like depictions that were on the wall inside of that cave, and with the tentacles, you see Dagon and the deep ones worshiping him. You get to a page and there's this big star spawn, the same carved statue, the star spawn of Cthulhu inside the book, and you come across another page and you see a tablet, and you can make out that a portion or the fragment that you have is like a section of
the same tablet,
the disc that's depicted in the book, but it doesn't look like in the book like it has the exact symbols and everything. It's more just like somebody drew it, but didn't know how to like what was on it. But you see some similar symbols and stuff, but you could definitely make out that is the section, or that's a section of the full disc or tablet.
Is there a name for the disc, or where the disc was first discovered?
You notice Hastings' handwriting, because you've worked with Hastings before, or his tail writing. In this case, yeah, specifically his tail writing. There's a note scrawled in the book that says Relay tablet.
Relay tablet.
And then you are looking at the tablet and you start to zone out.
All right.
And you enter a fugue state.
All right, so that's 2 of us down.
Do I hear 3?
Yeah, let's go over to Aleister.
Oh, no. Who knew that we would all die during a downtime session and not an actual combat?
See, that's what they mean by downtime.
Yep.
No one wakes up from the big sleep.
Yep. Julian read a book. Victor took a nap. You know, we're doing all of Aleister's favorite activities. So
yes.
Like he's doing it.
See, you just can't handle it.
I love that Carnage mug, by the way. I have it.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's the best. Speaking of which, that trailer came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess as far as downtime goes, Aleister is probably going to be doing one of 2 things, which is to, well, I mean, I guess 3, but one of those is kind of like built into like Aleister. But anyways, so he's going to probably try and hang out with Evangeline as much as possible, try and help her out with whatever it is she may be doing.
Okay.
And secondly, he's going to want to research whatever connections there may be between Tulsa and Ithaquah.
Okay.
Because they obviously were in cahoots.
I was about to say, 2 of your favorite things. I don't know how you nap sarcastically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, no, that's fair. I can't really argue.
Okay, so you want to help Evangeline, and you want to do research on a connection between Tulsa and Ithaquah.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. I would say, like, when you got back, this would be early on from the return, and Evangeline is working on the robot cat.
Yeah, like she does.
She explains to you that she is trying to put the other Aleister in, like, it can use the robot to come out of the Dreamlands.
Like, I'm guessing on a non-permanent basis. Like, just kind of a vessel for him to kind of visit.
Yeah, it's like a vessel for him to be on this side.
Cool.
For the record, that's what I thought she was doing, and I feel smart.
Like, I can't say that like Aleister's. I mean, that's cool and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we?
I don't think that really affects him too much.
Can we
cool.
go out and get Aleister? No, we have Aleister at home. Aleister at home.
My question is can Shadow connect with the mech suit like a Megazord and like they become like different like it powers both of them up?
Only
the real question that I want to know is, can he still open those portals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, we had a name for them, didn't we?
Yes, the teleportals.
That's what it was. Teleportals. I forgot.
TM.
Do not steal. Or remember, for that matter.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what Aleister would want to do with that, with getting that information.
Well, I mean, he's very happy for Evangeline.
Yeah.
I mean, he's maybe slightly saddened by the fact that probably will mean that he won't have as much of her attention, but I mean, ultimately, he's happy for her.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember that cuddling with a soft Aleister is probably better than cuddling with a robot Aleister. So you've got home field advantage when she's not in the Dreamlands.
So when she attempts to skin Aleister to put it over the robot body.
Oh God. Or just have some fake fur, and it's just this abomination of a cat.
Talk about I'm sorry, John.
Yes, kind of, yeah. So what would have Evangeline put inside of the wine bottle?
I think she was more concerned with removing something from the wine bottle.
Oh yeah, Julian doesn't know that there was more wine because Victor hid it.
Yeah.
Yep. Julian didn't need another bottle of wine that night.
You put that bottle.
Although now that I think about it, like we totally have access to wine now. Like she's
you have access to wine now.
wine.
Yeah, y'all totally.
Well,
like it can even be created.
As you want.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that she's got the machine calibrated to open up the Dreamlands through the seal, and
wonderful.
She places the robot in front of the portal, and
it explodes.
You see one of those teleportals like appear on next to the robot cat, and then like there's just like an electric charge that like goes into the robot, and then it starts moving around, and he's like, well, it's a bit clunky.
Well, it's a bit clunky, but it will do.
Yes, it doesn't seem like it would be too comfortable.
Yes. Oh, well, I can at least continue my work here.
Yes, and I'm sure you are much happier to be here with Evangeline now.
Yeah. I don't know how stable this body is, but it feels like it'll do for now.
Yes, and I'm sure that over time it will probably get better. And maybe even find a way to just permanently have you back.
Yes, I imagine that portal that went to another place or nowhere, I'm not sure. But it would I'm sure it could come in handy another time.
Yes, it does seem like it could be very handy in a multitude of situations.
I guess I have to better understand it first.
Yes, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you should be just using willy-nilly without knowing what's going on.
He's just like looking around and he's inspecting things and Did
Evangeline paint the robot like jet black?
No, it's still just the same. She was more like tweaking with like the memory brain kind of thing. He starts looking around and he's like, well, the power source in here is way beyond what I could achieve where I was. And he pulls up his teleportals and he's like sticking his hand in and fiddling with controls and everything. And he's like, I don't know what else I have for you, but it's good seeing you again, Aleister.
Well, I suppose this itself is quite a lot for me. It is very good and soothing to see at least one Aleister with his Evangeline.
Indeed.
Dear Diary, just got home. Our last mission was a really difficult one. Right from the start, we weren't really able to do much damage control to help that poor town. Even our new friend was only able to do so much. And yeah, we stopped Ithaquah, and I sure am glad I bought that tie. But then that weird guy showed up and everything just got a lot more confusing. I think Juliet's gonna be okay. I stayed and did what I could for her, helped give her some closure or something, and she seemed to be doing better when I left. But I still know things will never be the same. It's really hard losing a parent to something like that. At any rate, I'm just really tired now. I can feel the raps wanting to cover more and more, and I don't think I can stop them. I just hope that I'll still be me when I wake up. See you around. Love, Victor.
Hey everybody, Steven. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. As usual, it's a lot of fun recording and playing a game in characters to just entertain other people. It's super fun. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to know more about us, check out mikesandmonsters.com. It's our website. It's got all sorts of goodies on there. All the different shows we have to offer, all the different things in our merch store. Links galore. You can just click all day. You'll never click the same thing twice unless you literally spend all day clicking, which, I mean, we'd appreciate it, but you don't have to do that. But feel free. All music in today's episode was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios, and all fun was produced by Microphones and Monsters. Have a great day, guys. Bye.